Hey, we are live. Welcome, everybody.
Are we live?
I think so. Let's see. I believe we are live.
Oh, we can't go live yet.
How come?
We need haircuts.
Oh, okay. I guess,
Shut it down.
what kind of haircut are you looking to get?
One with hair.
Mohawk.
Yeah, mohawk?
Are there
Uh,
is this streaming?
A French crop?
Visual effects now.
A faux hawk?
What are we doing here? Where are we?
Hey, welcome.
on
We are in the metaverse.
I don't know how to do this.
Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday.
Who are you talking to?
It says 2 people are watching.
Oh wow.
Let's see. Let me try to pull up the chat.
Is that your extra computer?
Yeah.
Who
Extra live stream.
is here? Welcome to the audience. Our first live stream on the Plotdrive YouTube channel.
Absolutely. Hello, hello. Thank y'all for joining.
We're live on a Friday.
We are. Happy Friday. We are Friday, September 5th, 2025 at 4:07 p.m. It is approximately 72 degrees here. Welcome to the stream.
All right. Well, we made this writing app. It's pretty smart. It personalizes itself to the way you like to write, and it gives you simple, joyful tools to bust through your blocks so you never get stuck again. And things that previously seemed unfinishable are now finished and ready to publish. It's called Plotdrive. You can try it for free. Plotdrive.com. One click, you're in. We're about to show it to you. We're related to each other, not just on the stream,
But
We're
off the
recording.
stream as well. We can even finish each other's. We're so related. We can finish each other's sentences.
See what I did there?
See what I did there?
So we've done it in, the name of the moon. We've been reincarnated in order to bring this writing app and see if it is needed by more people than just us. Thankfully, we've got a great community going on Discord, on YouTube, and watching the training videos. Authors, writers, all sorts of folks who enjoy using Plotdrive to help them get to where they need to go. And we're going to get to where we need to go today, which is we're going to write a nonfiction book about our story. Maybe you can get to know us on this stream. We're going to try to do it in Plotdrive. So rather than talk, let's just show you how the app works.
Yeah, sounds good. Jay, would you like to share your screen?
Oh, I'm not. We need to hit the musical interlude.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. What do I got?
Is that music?
Yeah.
Or is it in my head? Okay, musical interlude is done. Time to write.
Okay, at the stage. Here we go. So what are we working on today?
Hold on a sec. Just look at it. Are you looking at the Plotdrive, the document editor?
Yeah, I'm looking at untitled document inside the Plotdrive.
Okay, I just opened a window. I'm looking at you and me looking at untitled document inside Plotdrive.
Yeah.
All right, I've got it open. Look, if anyone happens to come in, just let me know if they're talking. Otherwise, important question. Hello?
Important question, light mode or dark mode? I personally like dark mode. I use dark mode on almost all my applications. It's easier on the eyes.
All right, so we go to this user menu, hit this settings button, dark mode. All right, dark mode activated. Let's run the setup wizard and get this show on the road. Welcome to Plotdrive, the writing tool that adapts to you, your voice, your goals, your style. Let's get you set up with a system that fits the way you actually write. Okay, so we've got two paths. We can become a paladin or a wizard. We can start something new, or we can import work. You can bring in notes, you can bring in drafts, you can bring in an outline for writing, stuff that came from outside of Plotdrive. Let's start something new. Okay, Plotdrive is going to build us our own personal writing question. We're going to answer a few quick questions. All right, what do I feel like doing right now? Plan or brainstorm. We got to start somewhere. Do you plan your writing or discover it as you go? We are definitely discovering, but I feel like I'm a bit of both. I like to plan sometimes. What tends to get in the way? I don't have time, or I lose momentum. Probably I don't have time. What are you writing right now? Well, we want to write like a nonfiction novel. Do we want to write a novel? Do we want to write an article today? What do you think?
Maybe a nonfiction blog post, article. What are you feeling?
I feel like an article, we can probably show off both how to write and how to edit in the time that we have. A novel, we're going to be planning a full work. I think let's go with novel. Let's see what happens. What's your idea? Just enough to help Plotdrive know where to start. We want to write a book called Myth Machines about two brothers who started a startup that took them on a journey to understand the world's messiest storytelling workflows and about how no matter what the company is or does, stories last long after the company's story itself is said and done. Okay, so this is a new feature. Plotdrive can match our voice and writing style. Do we want to be literary, concise, explanatory, formal? No, we want to create our own. Oh, so we can analyze the sample of our writing or paste your writing sample here. I don't really have a sample. Manual instructions. What do we want to sound like?
Well, my own personal writing voice has typically been, I would coin it millennial chill. Very, very approachable.
Millennial chill?
It's probably somewhere between, it's clear, but it's clear and very approachable and vivid in imagery and trying to show, not tell, through sights and sounds.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be generic, so it makes me think simple, clear, approachable sounds like a good starting point, and then we'll edit based on how it sounds. So let's just go with that.
Sounds good.
Okay, your writing engine is ready. Plotdrive is littered tools and separate workset. You're all set to blur out magic and finish like clockwork. So there's a Let's Begin button, and I see this thing over here just going. So let's check this out.
Yeah, what's that about?
Okay, welcome to Plotdrive. I'm excited to help you bring myth machines to life. Clean slate, asking me a bunch of questions. What's the dynamic? What drives each of them to start this company? What type of storytelling workflows are they trying to solve? Since time management, create a planning structure. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here. 3 sections of Plotdrive. This is the document editor right here. You can write stuff here. It's a document like Microsoft Word or Google Docs. You got your document editing toolbar up top with a couple of intelligent AI writing features that we will get to in a bit. That's all you need to know right now about the document editor. Secondly, you've got this collapsible, resizable sidebar. You've got your projects up here. You can create new projects from there. Ours is called Mythic Ventures. I want to rename that because we already have a title. And here we have a folder called Document. Let's call it Planning instead. Here you can import your notes or outline. You can export to any major file format. So you can take anything created in Plotdrive out to other areas. Even got a trash bin. And here's like, let you add new documents to your tree. Let you add new folders. There we go. That's the document sidebar. Over here, this thing, which can be hidden and expanded, is Co-Writer. Co-Writer is like a developmental editor, writing coach, ghostwriter, writing assistant, all rolled into one. Co-Writer knows what's going on here if you talk to it and ask it about it. Can also do what you can do here. So it can create new documents and folders for you. It can reorganize your files for you. It can turn chaos into structure. It can do everything that you can do here, i.e. it can read what you've written. It can write things into the document for you. And it's not so good at editing yet, but we're working on giving it good editing tools. And it's got a couple of different chat modes. So ask lets you brainstorm freely. Agent is when it can take action. So it can actually like organize and create files for you. It can write it to your document. And support, that is a way you can talk to it about bugs that you might encounter, hopefully few and far between, but also like how the app works. And if you have any billing questions, if you're a subscriber, you decide you want to pay for a creator plan, which gives you some AI credits to work with, access to some custom buttons, which we're going to get into, or the pro plan, which gives you access to any major AI model provider, ability to bring your own API keys. So that's what you got going on here. Co-writer also has this custom voice feature. And so let's see what it created for us. That was it. Okay, so pretty simple, clear, approachable, whatever. That's the only prompt it's got going for it. So what do? We need to answer some of these questions to get going further. What question's interesting to you, Scott?
Well, what strikes me off the bat is what messy problems do they encounter that teach them about storytelling, and what drives each of them to start this company?
All right, so like,
what are their personalities?
one is a cellist, the other a gambler. They are 7 years apart.
One collects coins in a cello case. One puts coins in a slot machine.
Poker table, more than slot machine. I think, what storytelling problems did they encounter? They first created one of the world's first virtual reality games for the consumer market, and were at least 15 years too early. What did they do next? Then they tried to build the next version of the WWE for esports by creating brand new virtual characters using Unreal Engine, who played video games in front of gigantic live audiences on Twitch. Then they created a virtual world for writers to get their writing done. After that, they created a new kind of game where writers could compete and collaborate to earn points for the best ideas in the creation of an original character's backstory. At the end of this game, which they turned into a live game show that was kind of like HQ Trivia meets World of Warcraft meets Wordle, the character was minted as an NFT and auctioned off to a live audience, with the creators sharing in the profits and ownership. Next, they created a massively multiplayer Dungeons and Dragons world hosted by celebrity game masters. Then they went on to create AI Dungeons and Dragons. Next, they discovered the early adopters of AI in storytelling workflows were romance novelists. So they built a book marketing AI tool for them to help take the burden of marketing off their shoulders. And finally, they created Plotdrive, which is what we are writing to you in. And imagine it as a very godmother to help all writers anywhere who have an idea finish their writing and reach their happily ever after. Is anyone in the audience watching this? This is absolutely brilliant.
Wow, where did you come up with that? There's 3 people watching.
Welcome, everybody.
You're just joining now.
We are writing a nonfiction book about our story to get here, to create Plotdrive. It's called Myth Machines. What strikes me most, brother, is how each venture gets them closer to understanding the human heart of storytelling despite the technological failures. Fascinating. The cellist collecting coins in his case versus the gambler pushing them across the table. There's something beautiful about how they both handle the same currency, but with completely different philosophies. I mean, that's a cool idea. A few questions help you dig even deeper. So we're talking about the 7-year age gap, different relationships with risk, the moment that they discover romance novelists were the early AI adopters. How does each failure teach them something crucial about what people actually want from stories? I think the deeper theme is more about how anyone who starts a company has a story in their head about what they think they can accomplish. Then they live the story. And when the company succeeds, or if it fails, the story of the company can often be quite different than the story of the journey. So the point of this is to appeal to an audience of founders who resonate with the story, with the idea that stories of building can outlast the stories of companies and the value inherent in the journey itself. Propose a few structures that, what does Russell call it? Like some sort of X factor. I'm trying to find it. He talks about it. I'm going to just plug in Russell Nolte is a great writer, a great author that we're working with. I'm going to plug in his hooking core concept idea here that align with the following. So we want to nail our book's irresistible idea and position, define its core wound and pain point, craft the one-sentence hook that makes people stop and pay attention, identify our X factor, the unique factor only we can get, and map it to our business goals. I think one thing I learned in book marketing was how important it is to think about your end result before you embark on the journey of actually writing a book. I mean, there's nothing wrong with writing from the seat of your pants, something that just inspires you. But if your goal is to like reach readers or looking for something that appeals to them, if you want to make any kind of money, if you want to build like a real publishing career, it's important to write to market. So ultimately also I think helps make the book more exciting to write. So the mirror journey, that one doesn't seem that good. That one doesn't seem that good either. I don't really like any of these. I don't like any of these.
Nah, re-roll.
We need to re-roll. What is going to appeal to the mainstream market here? Like, what could be in the front of a Barnes and Noble display? Think about, well, let's just see what it says. Still don't like any of this. Can we somehow look at the stories of super successful founders that everyone knows and extrapolate into our personal world and journey some sort of like connection that would resonate, and use those mainstream touch points as narrative hooks? Let's try that. I don't like any of these still. You got any ideas?
What are you looking for?
I mean, something to inspire me, something to spark me into, like, I want to turn this into an anime right now because I'm bored of it.
So why don't we ask Carrera to take the role of a legendary manga writer who's telling the story in the first run of a new manga series, like with a shonen arc.
That fans of Hunter x Hunter go.
Hunter x Hunter and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
What did we ask for? Goal, core wound, pain point. So we're just brainstorming, but I'm about to show you what else this app can do. Oh, this one's good. I like this one, the iteration curse. So that some creators are trapped in an endless loop, doomed to rebuild the same vision until they get it right. If there's any writers in the audience watching, I bet that might resonate with some of you. The failure curse to repeat your failures forever, getting closer to perfection but never reaching it. Every time the brothers' company dies, they're forced to start over with one crucial piece of knowledge, but the curse demands a steeper price each iteration. I like that. I swear out building companies literally consumes pieces of your soul until nothing's left but the work. Terror that success requires sacrificing who you are until you become just a vessel for your creation. Two brothers discover their failed companies didn't really fail. They're feeding something larger, and now it's hungry for the final meal. Oh man. Brothers think they're entrepreneurs, but they're actually mediums, and every startup failure is left behind a spirit demanding completion. Now I'm more excited. I like the iteration curse. Are you down to go with that?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay. Can you create a book outline for a short book, say 10 chapters, that ends on a cliffhanger for the iteration curse? Add it to my planning folder. So now I'm going to ask Plotdrive to actually do some work for us. So it tells me it needs to switch to agent mode. So if you remember agent mode, there's a selector down here that allows it to take action for us. So it's created this document, the iteration curse. It's using a tool called add content. It's important to note that iteration curse, this document, I can click into it right here or right here. I can even see it's working in it, and here it's starting to write. I'm gonna click to open it up and let's check it out. All right, the iteration curse, a dark psychological thriller. Chapter 1, First Blood. Marcus and Leo, a music streaming platform. They launch a fintech app 6 months later. Then a cryptocurrency exchange. Then a social media platform. Documentary platform, predictive analytics company. So it's giving us a full outline. All right, I mean, we've got this. Lets us accept, reject, or rerun. You can accept it from here. I'm going to accept it here. And then it's in the document like that. I don't know about you, but I hate their names and I don't like the company ideas that they've come up with. So I would like to show how to revise in Plotdrive using the help of super intelligent AI storytelling powers. Are you down? All right, so I'm going to select all. Now remember, we're working on an editing tool for Co-Writer to let it make these edits. But what I want to do is show you something super powerful that a lot of people love inside Plotdrive. They are buttons, AI buttons. This one says notes to pros. We actually don't want that one. But I've got a full library right here of these folders with lots of different buttons in them. Before anyone gets overwhelmed, don't worry. I will show you what is going on here really, really quick. So think of this idea of this like button library up here. Again, it's accessible when you hit this buttons button. It's like a pencil case containing all these one-click booster tools that help you bust through blocks. There's two kinds. Generate buttons, they create new text at the cursor position. Selection buttons, they edit or rewrite highlighted text. You've got these folders that each contain different buttons, and you can pin them to your toolbar. So I'm going to pin two of the most useful ones, the Go button and the Fix It button, to my toolbar. Now, the right side, that's a bit advanced. The right side contains the instructions to the AI model that get executed. You can just look at Fix It for a good example. It's basically a button that would revise the text based on your instructions. There's a tutorial for this on YouTube. We're gonna be building a tutorial into the app that teaches you how to use this. It's really not that hard. It just might overwhelm you at first. So I'd say if you look at this, all you need to know is we've outfitted Plotdrive with like 30 something useful buttons. you can pin and unpin them to your toolbar. So when you pin, they show up here. Like you'll see the go button right here because it's just where my cursor is. But if I select, see the fix it button, more can get pinned and show up. Like if I pin the trim wordiness button, it'll show up right there. If I unpin it, it will show up. It'll go away, and you can hide them when you hide the buttons. That's the major thing you need to know. I want to use fix it. The other thing that's worth knowing is when you click buttons, you have these toggles that show up here. They just say like if you toggle it on, like the AI will remember it. So this is really useful if, for example, I had some notes and I wanted to flip it on, but then I wanted to do work here. I wanted to execute a button command. I wanted the AI to know to put the notes in that instruction. I just toggle this on. So a bit advanced right now. What we want to do is just fix it. And so click the button. Now we have to explain to it what we want it to do. So keep everything, but change Marcus's name to, what do we want to call Marcus, the cellist?
Mellow.
Like that?
Yep.
And Leo's name to Donnie. And make all their companies more interesting, i.e. focus them each on solving a problem in the storytelling world related to messy workflows, VR gaming, NFT, story building, AI narratives, etc. So you give it your notes and then you hit submit and you watch as the model up here, which you have Claude Force on it, will start to do the rewriting. So we scroll down, we see it happening over here. And you can kind of see.
We have some people in the chat saying, Ross saying, good day from another hemisphere.
Good day, Ross. Well, we started as a nonfiction, but then we got bored of the idea. And so we've now turned this into a sort of like dark psychological thriller about two brothers, inspired by two brothers like us, who started a company together, started in business together 10 years ago. And let's see what the log line is. If I scroll up here, every time the brothers' company dies, they're forced to start over with one crucial piece of knowledge, but the curse demands a steeper price each ituration. And so you can kind of see that it's put Plotdrive into chapter 9 now. And it changed the companies, but it kept basically the rest of it. So we'll accept that. It will replace the original one. And then we've got the iteration curse. So now let's get rid of some of this stuff. Let's get rid of notes because there's nothing in there. Let's get rid of getting started. There's nothing in there. Let's start a next one. Let's see if we can adapt this and see if it does any better this time. So what I want to do is turn off buttons. I don't need those. I want to start a new chat. When I start a new chat, like it's going to give us just totally fresh memory here. And I can, believe, access my other chats just by going here. so I can get back to them. But I want to go to a new chat. And what I want to do is switch back to ask mode just to brainstorm. Can you read my book outline and give me a few different ideas for a nonfiction adaptation that could stand out in the business section of Barnes & Noble and be a mainstream hit that everyone would be talking about? See if we can go backwards, following the thread of inspiration. The iteration trap by serial entrepreneurs can't stop failing, and why that's by design. Interesting. That's a bit too dark. I mean, these are pretty dark. It got too dark, right? We feel like we need to flip it, and I mean, it's quite interesting, but it's too cynical for me. What about you?
Tell it. Escobar just completely reverse the polarity and change the vibe.
We're fans of underdog stories with tons of heart. So how to do that while adapting this outline? Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,009 times. Is that a hallucination? Was that real? Did you know that?
I did not know that. He was apparently rejected 1,009 times before starting KFC. There were 1,000 rejections of his fried chicken recipe. I like the beautiful struggle while your next failure might be your greatest victory. But I guess I also like 3 and 4. Like, what if you try to combine 1, 3, and 4 as if you had just taken psychedelics? Not in the sense that I want you to come up with a crazy idea, but I want you to think extremely creatively and try to weave together the unobvious threads into something with mainstream appeal. Sometimes I like to come up with crazy prompts. Aha! There's something deeper here. Thriller is actually about how reality itself might be constructed through narrative iteration. I feel like that sits near and dear to me. Aha, story engine.
How every life is a startup and where your next chapter is your most valuable asset. I mean, now it's a bit too spacey. Let's try one more chat. Read my book outline. Need you to figure out how to adapt this into a nonfiction book, but we need to reverse the polarity. So the book is inspiring, underdog, and narratives are a core piece of the theme. Now I'm going to give it Russell's come up with 3 ideas for this. Let's give it one more shot. See if we can get to a final outline to close out the stream for today. It's too generic, I think. I don't know. I think I know what I want to do. I want to make another note in planning. I'm going to call this. Let's use buttons for a bit. Let's use Go. Let's maybe change the model. Try Gemini Pro.
Hey, welcome to stream, everyone.
Welcome.
If you're just joining, you are with Jay and me, the co-founders of Plotdrive, and we're working on a book together. This book's titled Myth Machines, and we're using Plotdrive. And if you have any questions that come up, feel free to post a question in chat. Be happy to happy to help answer it. So what are we doing now, Jay?
I'm using the Go button to try to adapt the iteration curves using a different model than co-writer. I'm just going to try something out directly in the document. Looks like Gemini 2.5 Pro might be a bit like slower. Do we wait for it or do we just stop it? It's running quite slow. Oh, no, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, so interesting. Can we log this bug, by the way? Like, it looks like this stuff is its thinking. And it's displayed its thinking here. So, like, I don't want...
Oh, yeah, just 2.5 Pro, you're using the Plotdrive models?
Yeah.
It doesn't have an extended thinking turn on, does it?
No, it doesn't even have like an option for that. But the thing is, I think that was its thinking. All right, the iteration engine. Every fail is not a curse. This is the pattern language. All right, I don't like this. I don't like this model. Go GPT-5. See what GPT-5 comes up with. Might just be that we're debuting how hard it is to write a nonfiction book when you haven't written much nonfiction in a while in front of a live audience.
Well, we're trying to hunt for the gold in the haystack.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to develop the hook and the pitch.
Oh, I like this one. Myth Machines, the mathematics of meaningful risk. The narrative OS for builders. I don't know. I think we are going to need to come up with something different. So what do we have? I don't like this. We go back to our...
Thanks for stopping by, Ross.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Enjoy your morning, maybe, if it's another hemisphere. All right, what do we want to do in the last 10 minutes here? Like, we have this dark psychological thriller. Let's show you, like, adapt this outline now into 6 totally different genres, 2 sentences each. Let's use Claude. Romantic comedy, hard science fiction, cozy, mystery. That sounds fun. Oh, I like this high fantasy one. I like this new feature, by the way, where you can just like cut stuff before you accept it. All right, I mean, we've got the iteration curves, we've got the failure prophecy. What do you think of this one?
Marcus, the single father, his retro arcade is hemorrhaging money, notices that his antique 1970s claw machine generates impossible revenue. What's that third one? Urban fantasy magical realism.
These are all pretty fun. The claw machine is a metaphor for the predatory nature of systems that exploit hope and desperation. How failure and loss can be reframed as necessary catalyst for transformation.
It can be pretty, yeah. Claw machine can be pretty unforgiving.
All right, now I'm going to show everybody All right, I think Emma is the best main character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I don't want buttons anymore. I want co-writer. Read the claw machine and write me a character profile of Emma. So let's read about her now. See what it comes up with. We can close out the stream, having started trying to make a nonfiction story, and found our way to a character named Emma Rodriguez, who's an inherited supernatural broker. Man, this is cool. Years of steam wand burns and fabric softener splashes. Cool touches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the good thing about Plotdrive is we can take some of this, we can take none of this. It can just be a starting point. And I think the most fun thing overall is that I had a lot of fun exploring these ideas. This is, helping us build out the material for a book. Still don't know which one we're going to write, if any, but maybe the last thing I'll do here is actually themes and tell it, read all my documents and write a 200-word paragraph explaining what the core themes of all this exploration was. So it missed a couple of documents, but we're working on that too. Let's see what it's doing here. Need to revise that. Can't read all this. I'm not reading all this AI generated stuff. Failure leads to supernatural power. That's what we figured out. It's questioning the law of equivalent exchange. There we go. There you have it. Okay. Hopefully that gave somebody out there a bit more of an idea of who we are, why we're here, the fun we're having making Plotdrive, and also how to use some of Plotdrive's features to do some of what we did. We did a lot of planning. Might seem like we got nowhere, might seem like we got everywhere, but that's our show for today. We'll be back. I think we'll be back next week, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah. Keep showing you off Plotdrive's developments and how you can use it to get started, bust blocks, and finish your writing. Thank you, Simon. Thanks for coming. Good to see you.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll be posting and sharing more videos about using Plotdrive. If you haven't yet, join our Plotdrive Discord, where you can connect with a great group of authors in our community. And finally, if you're new to Plotdrive, feel free to sign up and take it for a spin. Plotdrive is free to sign up with a 2-week free trial, so you can explore some of the features that Jay showed off today and try it out in your own writing sessions. Yep. So that's all we got for today. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend and happy writing.
Happy writing.